Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Sasha. I do a lot of indie palette reviews, makeup videos, and some unboxing. So if you guys are into that, then make sure to subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you guys here. And for this video, we're going to be trying out the new Terra Cosmetics Cosmic Wonder palette. So this is their very first palette. I also picked up 3 of their new lip glosses from their collection. I only got 3 lip glosses, so I'm going to be swatching them after I do my looks. But I'm so excited to try out this palette and the lip glosses because this palette, this color story is so beautiful. Right now, I'm not sure why. I'm a little confused because I thought they said on their Instagram that they're going to have the pre-orders up the first round up until like yesterday Saturday. So, but I still see this palette on the website, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to pick it up like maybe on the second round of pre-order. So this palette retails for $52, so it's a little bit pricey, but you know what, Terramoon Cosmetics is one of those brands that I've always wanted to try out. They sell a lot of individuals singles, so they sell like mattes and multi-chromes, dual-chrome. They sell like a lot of shimmers. They're just known for their singles, and I think this is their first palette. I could be wrong, but I just love the packaging. I love the packaging, like it's so gorgeous. It's like probably the most prettiest packaging I have. It's so dreamy, but the only thing, it is reflective, so any light will reflect off of it, like lights, the windows, my little twinkle lights. But I still love it though. It's such a beautiful color story too. So I'm gonna try to do 2 eye looks. I don't think I'm gonna do 3 eye looks because it's getting late. That's why I'm recording this kind of late in the evening. It's like 5:18 right now, and look at this, guys. Oh, wasn't this created like just for me? You guys know these are my favorite type of colors. It's so beautiful. I love that it has a bunch of blues, 5 dual chrome shimmers, 6 mattes, and 1 satin matte with sparkle. This palette features a magnetic base with finger tabs for a quick and easy interchangeable pan access. Alright, so yeah, you're able to take off all these shadows. So if you wanted to, you could put this in an empty magnetic palette, which I don't have yet. But also another thing, since I've always wanted to try in Terramoon Cosmetics, I'm hoping they'll have another sale, this Black Friday sale, because I know they had one last year, but I wasn't able to buy any singles. But I hope they have one this year so I can pick some up, because I have some shades. I've been eyeing them, like I've been saving it on a folder because I want to buy some singles from them. And then you could take these out and make your own customized palette if you want to. So that's another thing too. And this is such a beautiful packaging. Like this would be a gorgeous photo just to take. It's pretty large too. So this is a 12 shade pan palette. Here's my hand swatches of the 5 dual chromes. So the first one, First Light, Planet X, Altair, Aurora, and Pleiades. They're very pretty. The only thing, some of them are kind of chunky, so the chunkiest one from here, it was First Light. It's the most beautiful shade, but it's very bright and most chunkiest. This one's also a little bit chunky, and the other one, they were less chunky than these two, I would say. So the only thing about these dual chromes, this one was fine. This one's just like a shimmer with a little sparkle. You might have fallout, so make sure to tap out the excess, wet your brush, or I didn't wet my brush in any time in the video, so I just really wanted to test out these shimmers. And then right here's the swatches. So these are pretty much double swatch besides the shimmers. I mean, some of the shimmers, when I went to over here, I had to swatch a little more because my arm. But yeah, overall, out of the mattes, I would say the least pigmented was the purple one. I didn't realize that until like a few days later, which I'm recording right now. It's not really so pigmented, so you have to build this one up. And I guess this one is pigmented, I just didn't swatch it that well. And then this one too. This one's, it's dark, but it's not like super pigmented, so you also have to build up this as well. The mattes they feel kind of dry in a way. Like there's pigment to it and there's a lot of fallout to it, so you have to be careful like not to dig your brush into it because a lot of fallout, a lot of kickback to it, to these mattes. Let's get the shade Electra. I'm gonna get the shade Electra. I will do another additional look over my Instagram page, so be sure to follow me over there. It's Sashi.beauty. So I'm still trying to catch up to do additional looks with my other palettes that I've reviewed. I still have to catch up. Another thing too, this one doesn't have a mirror. This is Wander into the Beauty Cosmos. So I love having a mirror, but I think I'm gonna use my oldest eye mirror, and I'm gonna put the purple right here. I'm gonna pat it and see. Alright, I don't want to spend too long, so let me just hurry along. But yeah, so far, yeah, I think this is pretty good. So usually purples are hard to formulate, but this one, it looks smooth, very smooth. My first time using Terramoon Cosmetics Nomad. Well, it's kind of nice. All right, then I'm just gonna buff it out a little bit purple right here, just lightly. Yeah, so that's pretty good, guys. That was very easy to do. Now I'm gonna do like a blue shade Alara. It's like a dark teal shade. When I swatched it, a lot came out. Same thing that happens with the brush. I dig too much. Don't dig into these shades, guys. I'm not used to the formula, so I have to like use that shade somehow. Let me get more. I guess it didn't pick up from the brush. So these mattes, like, they feel like loose. No way, because I have to like pick it up again. But yeah, usually blue and greens and purples, oh, all those colors, they always look good together. So I'm just gonna blend these. That's really pretty. I love this teal. Let me get a little bit more, just pack it on. That's really beautiful. Very, very, very bold colors. So if you guys are not into bold, bright colors, then this palette's not for you. There's no light shades. The only light shades from here would be Vega, but it's still like a colorful, bold look. Okay, so I'm gonna use the shade Pilates right here. I'm gonna use this shade. So this one's bluish. Put it in the inner corner. So I'm not sure if maybe I could use my finger, but try to avoid my finger. This one's a little subtle, and I think because it's blue, so yeah, I think I'm gonna put another shade on top of it because I'm not liking it because it's blue. Let's use this shade instead on top. We're just gonna add it on top, the shade Altar. I'm gonna just put it on top. So combos. I have to switch a brush. This one's too small. If it's still performing the same way, I'm probably gonna use my finger. So I'm just gonna put that. Yeah, I guess a fat brush does help. I feel like I have to dig into it more to get more pigment, like at least for this duochrome. I mean, both of the duochromes so far, I have to dig into it that I've tried. So mixing the two made it look different. So we're just gonna mix those two. What shade was it? Pilates? Mix it. Yeah, I'm just gonna mix it. So it's gonna look very cool. Aurora. It's like a blue-green kind of duochrome. Just a little bit more chunkier, but that one should apply better. Yeah, that one looks a lot better. Oh yes. Yeah, this shade is saving this look. The other one was, they were more lighter. This one's chunkier, hasn't pigmented. Okay, so I just have to get used to the formula, I guess. And let's just go with my finger. I'm gonna get the Altar shade. The Altar shade. I'm gonna use my finger and see how it looks. And yeah, I'm just gonna, oh yeah, finger. Oh, finger's always best. So I mixed two different shades. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna use the Vega shade to diffuse this shade out. Add it on top right here with this light fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna slightly blend that. I'm gonna get the Alara shade and just add that back on right here. And now I'm gonna get the Aurora shade and just add this again. I'm gonna get that purple shade Electra, just basically add it. It's like I kind of made it disappear practically, so I'm just gonna add it over and just put it right here. All right, so this is very, very vibrant. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of that purple. Let's do the bottom of the eye. So I'm gonna get that Electra shade, and I'm just gonna put it on here. So I'm not sure if I want to add a shimmer in the inner corner. I think I will. So let me just do that real quick. I kind of like the purples. I'm not sure if I should add another shade. I could add the shade Electra, the Laura shade right here. Put it in this corner right here, just a little bit, not too much. So just a hint. And for the inner corner, so this is the first light. This is very, very beautiful, very magical. I will use this shade on this side, but not in the inner corner, but we'll use it the inner corner on for this side. Let me see how it applies on the brush. It's not picking up for me, at least. Alright, so it's not really picking up well on my brush, so I'm just gonna use my finger. Oh, it's so, yeah, this one is crumbling. Yeah, that one's so bright. Oh, I love this shade. Okay, this is like my favorite shade. That one's so magical. It is crumbling, like it's textury, as in it's chunky, so it could hurt your eyes if this gets in your eye, because I think a little piece went in my eye and I have contacts on. I'm just gonna do my little signature thing. I'm just gonna put this like a slight line over here. Thing, I don't always do it, but it needs it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, I think that's it. That's so pretty. I love this shade. Like, you can see how chunky it is. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I love it. I don't think we're gonna do a super colorful look on this side. This is already came out super colorful, so I'll make this one not as colorful because I don't want it to look too crazy. This one's already pretty like a crazy eye look. So yeah, we're gonna use some pink and dark blue. So let's get the Soleil shade, and we're gonna put it right here. You just pat this in, test out this pink. And I always have trouble on this side because I have to turn. I have to make sure you guys see what I'm doing. Do you guys see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'll turn this way. Yeah, this one blends beautifully. You could diffuse this one out very easily. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure if I want to do a halo look. I think I will add halo look on. Okay, so we're gonna do a halo look. So I haven't picked up any more pigment. I'm just spraying that pink around, and I'm just gonna add it more pink now. Yeah, we'll do a halo look. Now we're gonna get that Triangle shade. I'm gonna get a smaller brush because I'm gonna focus on the ends of my eyeballs. Well, I'm just gonna get this brush right here. Usually I use this detail brush to add another shade on top, but it's small. I need more small brushes. So I'm gonna get that Triangle shade, the dark blue shade, and I'm just gonna add it. Oh, yeah, because this one's not dense enough, so I have to be careful. So I think I'll get this shade, that shade, and then I'll put this in the middle. So let's use the shade Gravity. Just have a little hint there, a little shimmer. Wow, yeah, that matches with the blue perfectly. You have to be careful. This one has sparkles. The shade up here, I'm gonna get Planet X. And I'm just gonna add it next to it in between. I'm gonna kind of put it on top of that blue because I went a little bit too far out. Oh yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna love this one. Yeah, And I'm just gonna leave a little space in the middle for that bright shade. Alright, so I'm gonna just use the first light shade right here, this brightest shade I use in the corner. I'm gonna use my finger since it is a little chunky and it's gonna look so pretty. And look at this. Oh, I'm gonna kind of build it up a little, but I'm just patting it. Oh, I'm gonna put it kind of right here on my lash line a bit. It is chunky, so you have to be careful not to get too much for this one because yeah, it looks so pretty. And I'm just gonna, wow. Alright, so I'm just gonna remove some of that. And let me just blend the shades in. Just gonna pat it in, the little leftover I had. A little bit that blue, leftover blue. And I'm just gonna just smoke it out just a little bit. Yeah, and just like that. I'm just slightly rising that shade a little bit. Just slightly. Use Vega shade right here, and then we'll use the pink to do the outer part. Right here. Oh, this is so pigmented. Oh, yes. That's super pigmented. I'm just gonna put it right here. Yeah, and I know in the corner, so just like that. And then we're gonna get that pink shade. And I'm just gonna focus it on this part right here. Kind of pat it. So right here, so far my eye look, and I'm loving it, you guys. So for my jawline, I use my Otis Eye number 4. It's a mint shade, and for mascara, I use MAC Stack Mascara. And then for my highlighter, I use the Blenbunny Cosmetic Noctilucent highlighter palette in the shade Operation on the cheekbone, on the brow bone, because it matches right here. That duochrome, that bluish duochrome, it matches it. So I use this highlighter. All right, now for the lippies. Oh, we're gonna swatch them real quick. So which one I think I'm gonna like? I think I might like this shade. This is the shade Fractal Abyss. So let me just swatch the other ones on my lips real quick. So this is in the shade Venetian Velvet. Let's swatch this one first. And I want to see which one looks best with eye look. And I don't have a lip liner, but it's fine. Oh, looks a little bit on the thick side. So it's this kind of diffla. Wow, these are pigmented. Oh, that's super dark. This lip gloss is too fat for me, so it's really hard to outline. So I suggest you use a lip liner. So I'm just gonna lip swatch it and see. And it's not sticky at all. So I'm really surprised because it's pretty thick. It is a thick gloss though. It's not sticky. This is as best as I'll do because I'm just gonna take it off. But this is so pretty. I got this shade because I thought it looked vampy. So it's like a reddish purplish shade. Yeah, I love this shade. Oh, I can't wait to use this. I'm trying to put it back in the doofla. I think that's really hard to put it back in. But yeah, I love the formula. So I am a lip gloss kind of girl, so I know my formulas, and this is a really good formula. It's not sticky. It is it's not like super thick, but it is, I would say, semi thick. It's like super smooth. It feels super smooth. Like it feels like it's gonna stay on. Like this lip gloss feels like it's gonna stay on. So I wonder how long it'll last. We'll do the next shade. This shade is Shadowberry. I thought this shade was so pretty. I feel like I might use this a lot more often because it's such like a mauve like berry shade. Like it's like gray, like a gray tone. Oh, it's actually pretty dark. It smells fruity, but tastes like oatmeal to me. This goes well with the look. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll see. If I end up liking this shade better for this look, then I'll remove the other gloss. But yeah, this is very pretty. It goes with the look very well. It's really hard to put them back in though. That's the only thing. Now we're gonna test out the fun shade. This is the shade Fractal Abyss. Whoa. So it's a bluish shade. And there's like little specks of sparkle. Like it's like a more of a dark blue, like a midnight blue. So out of all these shades, I love them all. Honestly, I love them all. So this one's really special, unique. They're all unique. I don't have shades like these, so that's why I picked these up. And the formula wise, I'm gonna review these real quick. Like, just like I said earlier, they don't feel sticky. They feel very pigmented, like they'll stay on my lips. So I wonder how long they'll last. I'm not sure if I could update you guys because I'm only gonna wear this look for a few hours. It's already late, and they're very comfortable. It's not sticky at all. Like, it feels like it's not like it's nourishing my lips, but it's not like dehydrating my lips. It's like it's a good formula. Like, I highly recommend it. Now for my review for the Cosmic Wanderer palette. Whew, I have a lot of things to say. Well, I'm gonna try not to talk so much because it's already really late. Usually I tend to talk a lot. I say too much sometimes, but this is my first time using Terramoon Cosmetics. I love the duochromes formula. Like, some of them didn't pick up well on the brush, but finger always works best. And the mattes, some of the mattes, they weren't like super pigmented, but they weren't patchy at all. Like, they were just easy to build up, like when I did here. And then the pink shade, it was actually a very beautiful shade. And just the formula to the mattes, it's just, I have to get used to it. So I'm gonna just test this out a little more. If I think it's like an easy palette to work with, then I would recommend it. But right now, since I have to test out this formula because I'm not used to this kind of mattes, like, just have to test it out. It's probably because they're bolder shades too. And the duochromes, they're very beautiful. I love the colors, and whatever look you come up with, it's gonna come out like very jewel tone, very like bold. When you're swatching or using a brush, just like I said earlier, they kind of kick back a lot, so don't dig into your brush. You just have to build up the mattes. It's just best to build up these mattes because you just don't want to waste a product. That's why I don't like wasting product. So I have like some leftover from the mattes here. And the duochromes, yeah, some of them applied well on the brush, some of them didn't. So yeah, but they blend beautifully, like just with the finger. That's all I have to say about this Cosmic Wanderer palette. Do I think it's worth it? I mean, for me, I think it was worth it for me personally to be able to try out Terramoon Cosmetics. I'm going to be playing around with this palette more. I love the color story. I'm very happy that I picked this up. And of course, the lip glosses. I'm actually really surprised about the formula of these. Like, these exceeded my expectations of how they were going to be. Like they're a great formula. And the palette I do love. I just want to test out some more before I give you guys more like information. Like, this is like my first impressions of trying out Terramoon Cosmetics. That's the reason why. But I do like this palette. Like, do I have anything like this in my collection? Maybe I could dupe it out. Well, maybe not with the duochromes. Honestly, I don't think I have duochromes like these. So maybe with the matte, maybe I could dupe out the matte. But with the duochromes, especially this one right here, the first light. Oh, my heart, guys, my heart. I love it so much. But yeah, guys, that's all I have to say about this. What I picked up from the Terramoon Cosmetics, from the lip glosses and the Cosmic Wanderer palette. Let me know what you guys think if you guys picked these up. Like, let me know what your thoughts are. Are you guys happy you guys picked it up? What do you think about the formula? Is it your first time to try out the Terramoon Cosmetics? Like, what do you think about the formula? Is it just me? Is it something like you have to get used to too? But anyways, guys, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.